Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predicted 11 for Manchester United's game against OMONIA Nicosia in the Europa League. So I'm going to go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. The goalkeeper, David De Gea. David De Gea was in goal in Man United's last game against Everton. He couldn't do anything about Alex Iwobi's 25-yard curling effort, but to De Gea's credit, he made a very good save in stoppage time to deny, was it James Garner. Recently, it said David De Gea breaks silence on signing a new Man United contract. De Gea admitted he would like to stay at Man United for more years after the win against Everton. De Gea's contract at Man United expires next year. There is an option of an additional year. He earns around £375,000 a week. He's one of the highest paid players at the club. De Gea has endured, around 11 years or so at Man United, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Earlier on this year, De Gea won the Players' Player of the Year award. Well, he's won everything domestically at the football club, and he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. Right back, I'm going to go with Diego Dalot. Obviously, Diego Dalot is our first choice right back under Erik ten Hag. He was also our first choice right back under Ralph Rangnick. So reflecting on that, there's no way back for Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, I think, is out with injury anyway. Thought Dalot was quite impressive against Everton. He's been impressive in a lot of games this season. You know, in a lot of games this season, he's defensively been good. He's provided some width. In some games, his positioning's been good, and he showed good attacking intent. But reflecting on Dalot's good performances this season, I think he will stay at Manchester United now next year. Don't forget, Dalot's contract at the club expires next year. There's an option to extend for a further year. Man United got Dalot from Porto for around 19 million. We brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. The two centre-backs, I will go with Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez. Of course, they are our first choice centre-halves, and most of the time they play very well together. Varane's just come back from injury not so long ago. Varane didn't start against Everton. Lindelof started ahead of him. But Varane did come on against Everton, and he missed the game away against OMONIA Nicosia. So Lindelof has started Man United's last two games, but Varane will start this one. And Lisandro Martinez, what an impact he's made since he became a Manchester United player. He's done really, really well. Left back, I'm going to go with Tyrell Malacia. I think he'll start ahead of Luke Shaw. Of course, Malacia didn't play against Everton. Luke Shaw started, and to Luke Shaw's credit, I thought he was impressive against Everton. Malacia, though, has appeared to be our first choice left back under Erik ten Hag, and to his credit, he's had a lot of impressive games this season. You know, Man United got Tyrell Malacia from Feyenoord. The two centre midfielders, I will go with Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Obviously, they are our first choice midfielders. So reflecting on that, you know, Fred and McTominay will not get much starts now. Casemiro made his first league start against Everton and he made a fantastic impact. Casemiro should have scored against Everton because he missed a sitter, but he did provide an assist in the game to his credit. In most games so far, Casemiro seemed to make impacts from the bench. Don't forget he weren't good on his first start in the 1-0 defeat to Real Sociedad. You know, we got Casemiro in a deal worth 70 million. Christian Eriksen, I think he's done well in a lot of games since he come to Man United. Man United got Christian Eriksen on a free transfer. When he officially signed, he signed a 3-year contract. So yeah, they'll be the two centre midfielders. Like I've just said, you know, Fred and McTominay won't start, I don't think, in this one. Van der Beek's another midfielder we've got, but obviously he's out with a knock. And the attacking midfielder, I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, of course, played in the 2-1 win against Everton. Weren't great. Fernandes has had good games though this season. He's had some poor games as well. Fernandes has been a United player for over 2 years. Man United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Now, on the right wing, I'm going to go with Anthony. Sancho is an option at right wing, don't forget. You know, possibly he could start over Anthony because Sancho didn't play against Everton. But I think we'll start Anthony. I think he will retain his place. Anthony scored against Everton. The goal came from a mistake from Idrissa Gueye in that midfield, and Anthony took his goal very well. It was a fantastic pass by Martial to pick out Anthony, and Anthony finished it superbly. It was Anthony's third goal at Manchester United. Anthony scored a stunning goal in the 6-3 defeat to Man City the other week, but he did nothing up until that goal, and he scored on his debut in the 3-1 win against Arsenal. Man United got Anthony for €100 million. That equates to around 86 million in pounds sterling. He's Man United's second most expensive signing ever, and he's the fourth most expensive signing in Premier League history. On the left wing, I will go with Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, of course, played against Everton. Rashford did score, but the goal got disallowed for a handball. Don't forget, Marcus Rashford came off the bench away against OMONIA Nicosia and he got 2 goals and he provided an assist. Rashford, of course, earlier on this season got 2 goals against Arsenal. He scored in the 2-1 home win against Liverpool. He's having a good season, he's Rashford. He's been far superior this season to how he was last season. Not so long ago, Marcus Rashford won Premier League Player of the Month for September. Earlier on this year, he said Man United were ready to hand Marcus Rashford a new 5-year deal as a reward for his early season form. Rashford's contract at the club expires next year. There's an option of an additional year. But you know, Rashford has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy. He has been a United player since the age of 7. and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. And the centre forward, I'm going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo. He'll start ahead of Martial because Martial is out with injury. Martial came off injured in the first half against Everton. He did provide an assist though against Everton before he went off injured. Martial's played Man United's last 3 games, hasn't he? You know, Martial, of course, came on away against OMONIA Nicosia and got a goal, and he came on against Man City and got 2 goals. But yeah, I think Ronaldo will start this one. Ronaldo, don't forget, scored his 700th club goal against Everton, and it was his 2nd goal of the season. Ronaldo should have got his 700th club goal against OMONIA Nicosia because he squandered several chances in that game. He missed 2 sitters. Ronaldo can leave Manchester United in January. Erik ten Hag will not stand in his way, but when Erik ten Hag first took charge, he wanted Ronaldo to stay. Ten Hag could receive 100 million if Ronaldo leaves in January. Prior to the Everton game, it said Ronaldo was unhappy with Erik ten Hag's training sessions and style of play. And Ten Hag did mention that Ronaldo was unhappy that he's not playing regularly. But anyway, that's how I think Manchester United could line up against OMONIA Nicosia. Like I said, we have got some players missing. Martial's injured. Brandon Williams is out, but Brandon Williams doesn't get in the team anyway. He'll be leaving Man United next year. Van der Beek, obviously, he's been out with a knock. Last season he was out on loan with Everton. And of course Maguire's still out for Man United. Maguire's been dropped in a lot of games this season anyway. And even if Maguire was fit, you know, he wouldn't start anyway because he's no longer one of our first choice centre-halves following the arrival of Lisandro Martinez. But yeah, this is Manchester United's 4th game of the group. Man United have played 3 games in the group so far. Obviously won 2, lost 1. Obviously, we won away against OMONIA Nicosia 3-2. Man United had to come from behind in that game. We won away against FC Sheriff 2-0. But we lost our opening game against Real Sociedad 1-0. But we shouldn't have lost that game because we got robbed. Lisandro Martinez got controversially penalised for the handball, and it was never a handball. But yeah, Man United are coming into this game against OMONIA Nicosia on the back of a 2-1 win against Everton. Reflecting on the win, that's 5 wins in the last 6 Premier League games. So Man United are in form, and Man United ended Everton's 2-game winning run. As for OMONIA Nicosia, they're a poor team, aren't they? They played yesterday. I didn't check the result though. OMONIA Nicosia are from Cyprus. Their manager is Neil Lennon. Neil Lennon got appointed in as the OMONIA Nicosia manager back in March this year. So he's been the OMONIA Nicosia manager for what? A good 7-8 months or something like that. Before, Neil Lennon endured 2 spells with Celtic, and before he managed Hibernian and Bolton Wanderers. But like I said on my predictions, I'm expecting Manchester United to win this game comfortably. We are at Old Trafford. And Manchester United's next league game is Newcastle. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon. Thank you for watching.